I recently started meeting a seventh grader whose place value understanding is not that good, and I realized that the kid doesn't understand the meaning of a number being odd or even. So I thought that how I help that kid understand the meaning of means if I ask, what do you mean if a number is even, or what do you mean a number is odd? She said that if the number is divisible by 2, uh, it is even, and if it is not, it is not divisible by 2. She is right, but when I asked her to explain it, she was not able to explain what she meant by those words. So what does that mean, divisibility by 2? It means that when that number is split in two equal groups, both the groups will have even, means equal quantity. So I thought to use this polypad and show how it would look like if I choose two numbers 7 and 8. I just remove the tiles and here and here, and if I split this number 7 and if I divide this group into two equal groups, like one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, and this is, if I put it here, this group will be unequal, and if I put this here, this group will be unequal. So, and if we divide the 1 into half and half, it becomes a decimal or a fraction, and we only categorize, I mean to say, numbers even and odd when they are whole. Decimals can't be even and odd. So if we give this number to one of the groups, one will be more than the other, so means it cannot be equally divided into two groups. So that means this number is odd. And when we split the number 8 and when we divide it into two groups, one here, one here, one goes here, another goes here, one goes here, another goes here, one goes here, another goes here. So we have two equal groups. So number 8 can be equally divided into two groups, means equal sharing. That means this number is even because it can be evenly divided or distributed or split into two groups, or we can equally give two people the same amount. And then you can ask that kid like a bigger number, like 115, and if the kid understands that means if we split this number, so I see 100 and I know 100 can be equally divided into two groups like 50 and 50, and 10 can also be equally divided into two groups, 5 and 5. But what about this 5? Will it be equally split? We can check it out. And one here, one here, one here, one here. One is left out. So 115 is not going to be equally distributed into two people or two groups. One will have more than the other. And we can just 114, we can again split this number and see 100 will be divided into two equal groups, that is 50 and 50. 10 can be divided into 5 and 5, and 4 can also be divided into two equal groups, 2 and 2. So this number, if you see, once again, 114 and 115. Notice something, when we split this number and when we split this number, which number is helping us to decide which is odd and which is even? If you think closely, the numbers, the units help, because when we look at the hundreds place, it is always going to be even. Tens place, it's always going to be even when we split a number. And the ones place is the one that helps us decide that if the number is going to be equally split into two groups. So that's why we ask kids, like, if a number is odd or even, we can check by checking the last digit of that number. But if we say just like that without explaining why we are looking at the last digit of a number, it's just rote memorization. They will not understand why, and they might forget. But when we show them in this way, they might understand the concept why we are looking at the last digit of the number. And that's how we can understand odd and even. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.